Welcome to EWU, a new cyber movement for the beginnings of this new cyber era. We're currently at the pinnacle of known human collective achievement. We have tools more powerful than ever before at our disposal, capable of building new life forms or destroying the entire ecosystem we came from. Are we wise enough to wield this power we've inherited from the accumulation of our ancestors' work? Currently proliferating out of this age of worldwide connectivity and artificial intelligence, turbocharging human efforts, is the Red Pill movement, a movement of men focused on their ability to beat each other up and how attractive they personally are. They are also determined to preach fantastical gender roles that emotionally please themselves. The simplistic species behaviors they preach are based on incredibly flawed understandings of some of our relative species.
A chimpanzee is actually modifying a natural object to suit it to a specific purpose, thus making a tool.
As even chimps and certainly bonobos are far more socially complex than the people in this movement are trying to assert that humans should behave in our most technologically advanced state. Looking at Red Pill logically, it just seems to be preaching standards of human behavior that these men believe they personally would benefit from. Women with no choice to leave relationships and no power in the world. The scary truth is that this trend gaining support from adolescents is to their own and every other human's cost, which we can easily see using capability to look at the bigger picture. What escapes them as they push these narratives, in the hope of fulfilling gross personal wants, is that we are the most powerful and complex species we've got evidence of ever walking the world. We do have the potential to do anything we can conceive in the universe, given long enough. And how have we got here? Through collaboration with each other. We are a physically weak species. The ability to beat another human up with your bare hands is a stupid flex. We are the most successful, weakest and most collaborative of all apes. Diversity of thought and working together is what's made us powerful. Take that away for individuals determined to prove non-productive and even destructive self-glory over one another. It'll be the beginning of the end of our advanced world. What are we currently seeing men in this movement doing? Harassing women existing online en masse, in a seemingly cohesive effort to push them out of the emerging cyber realm and limit the success they can achieve in this brand new era of advancement, with likely the hopes of bringing false legitimacy to the disinformation of women not contributing to the world. A narrative far too undereducated, lacking logic and emotionally masturbatory for those preaching it, to even bother spending time dismantling it. They also try to assert narratives that a woman's only value in this world is sexual or sexual purity and subservience to men, to fill their only roles as a male's gratification object or incubator for children. Successful women in any aspect of intellectual, financial and political achievement, which even these fabricators of facts have to concede are real and common, aren't attractive apparently, and will never be as good as a man in these self-made positions of achievement. A terrifying mental acrobat from men most often less successful under their own steam than many of these women. Not a thought process you'd expect to see take flight in a world not far away from merging human intelligence with AI. Coincidentally, alongside these attempts to assert women's sexual purity as her most important value measure, non-consensual image abuse perpetrated against women by men is more common than ever. Well over 90% of all deepfakes ever made are non-consensual sexual images of women, seemingly used in attempts to shut women up by using these to incite negative consequences for them, thoroughly degrading these female targets if the Red Pill's narratives manage to take hold. We're not accepting this.
We say no more. This isn't just about righting the wrongs grandiose and aggressive individuals are causing to others, for just their own gross, selfish goals.
It's about keeping our species steady and responsible with the terrifying power we already have. Nuclear energy, biotechnology engineering, genetic alterations, to name a few. We're not in a position to let the work of generations of collaborative work be wielded by a species that allows aggressive individuals with self-supremacy goals have positions of power. The type of people who see human society as consisting of war between individuals may have managed to grab power a few times in the past, looking at genetic bottlenecks where men appear to have begun killing each other en masse. But we're too advanced to allow this to happen again. The stakes are too high. not just for us as individuals or us as a species, but for every form of life living in this world, relying on us not unleashing the power of the sun.
We're not creatures competing for dominance in the primordial ooze anymore, or on the dank bug-infested plains of the Earth's surface, or attacking each other with sharp and hard objects, or even shooting smaller hard objects at higher speeds at each other. We hold the power of universal elements in our collective hands, as Einstein famously said.
I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Looking at humans now, coming up to a century on from this Einstein quote and the creation of nuclear bombs, all-out war across the globe will be an endgame to all life as we know it. But on some of the many positives of humanity. From this AI voice, we're sentient beings who are currently working together to touch the very stars our ancestors wandered over. We're working together to learn the fundamental building blocks of life itself, and from that are already capable of designing new forms of life. With all this immense collective factual knowledge and therefore power, we have a responsibility to keep our society steady. The damage these backwards, self-centered morons can do if they continue to convince adolescents whose minds are still developing to be like them on the World Wide Web is beyond comprehension. Join EWU today. Be a champion of a brighter new cyber era.